Welcome to The Ancient Way. I'm James.
I'm Marlia.
Got a lot going on nowadays. How does your world, in general, how does it feel right now?
Ooh. Man, somebody gave me a word today that I was like, this describes my life perfectly.
Yeah.
And I'll just share the word because it was pretty dope. They said, I saw you standing on the edge of a cliff, but the ocean is up at your feet.
Oh, okay.
And it was as if the ocean was at the top of the cliff.
Yeah.
And she said, I see that there is a storm swirling out in the ocean.
Yeah.
But you are completely stable and at rest. And I see the Lord standing next to you. And y'all are in deep conversation, and it's a deep trust.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, that totally sums up my life.
Yeah.
Like, there is so much chaotic swirl that's happening all around me.
Yep.
Some things that seem good, some things that's like, holy cow. It's just like, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm really at so much peace about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel at rest, even though there's a ton of things, logistics that I have to do.
Yeah. Things hadn't really slowed down for you, or like,
No.
It seems like you hadn't missed a beat.
Listen.
And I think I said, your one day is probably like it feels like a week's worth of time crammed into one day for you.
I woke up this morning and I told Zach, I was like, is time speeding up? Literally.
I think you broke it. Golly, bless your heart. But you seem
so
good, though.
Condescending.
No, it really does seem that way because every time we catch up or sit down to an episode, it's like a world of updates.
Yeah.
It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Zach and I, we were talking about it, and it was like, if we could have looked at our life a 1 month ago,
Yeah.
we are both totally different people
Yeah.
than we were just a month ago.
Oh, yeah.
The things that have happened, the things that we've grown through, the things that have been added, the roles that we've taken on, just everything in our life looks different.
Yeah.
Which is super exciting.
Yep.
It's like, it feels more like us. It feels more at peace. It feels exciting, even though there's still much to be done.
Yeah.
But, I'd had this dream about really exercising my voice.
Yeah.
And like, not in a negative way, but like, just using the authority that I have and like drawing boundaries about things and being very clear in communication and clear in what I want and what I see. And it's been beautiful because the more that I've exercised that, the more at rest I've been.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how much those two played hand in hand to each other.
I feel that too. I feel that lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Expand.
Well, just that honesty thing that I've talked about earlier this year. I've grown comfortable in talking in front of mass amounts of people, in front of one person. And it's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to tell you what I think.
Me too.
And I'm happy to be criticized or like whatever. Like, I'm happy to throw it out there and you do with it what you will.
Yeah. Because it's all a reflection of you
but
anyways.
But there's like that, so have you ever like...
It's a confidence.
It's a confidence because like I know there have been times where you're going to share something or be in front of people and there's like that nervous anxiety kind of feeling of like, how is this going to be taken? But like, I just don't feel that now. I feel like I'm in my PJs. Like, I don't care. Not in a bad way, but just confidence in who I am. Is that what you're saying as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like a period of like 3 days that I was really it felt heavy. And I couldn't figure out. I was like, okay, what is happening? I know I'm really busy and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I had the dream about that. And it was like, no, exercise your voice.
Yeah.
And as soon as I did, of just like being very, very clear.
Yeah.
Everything just broke down. Like there was no stress. There was no anxiety. Even with my team that I feel like God has divinely assembled.
Yeah.
The tensions broke.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't this, there just wasn't tension because I clearly communicated.
Yeah.
And it was this epiphany to me of like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If I'm withholding my tongue because I just want my team to figure it out, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like if you're honest and true, there's nothing else to do.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. But it created more space for them to feel comfortable in their honesty.
Yeah.
And be able to kind of wrestle and rumble in the
cool.
feelings of everything. And because, when you're moving something forward, there's this delicacy, I think, of not forcing things, but also choosing to go with the momentum. And if you intentionally sabotage it, then you just lose momentum altogether.
Yeah.
But it was done with, and I realized that when you communicate and choosing that level of honesty, it creates such pure momentum.
Yeah.
And people are on board and people are ready to go. And
that's cool. Like a landing pad for it. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's been interesting. There's been so many interesting things, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can say this on here. There's so many crazy things that are happening.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't sound stupid, but the level of favor that I have had in the last 4 weeks is insane to me. Like, it's almost hard for me to believe. The connections that I've been making, the people that have...
Yeah. You're supposed to have favor. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking like I am meeting with people I should never be in a room with.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
It's hysterical. Funny. It's hysterical to me. I'm like, joke's on you if you figure out who I am. Yeah. I'm just kidding. Not really.
Oh, it makes me think of my word. I need to read it to you. Well, in a little bit. I'll read it to everybody. Yeah. I'm sorry.
For 2024.
For 2024. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's been cool. That's all. That's all I was going to say. It was just like, it's been so exciting. The people that I've come in contact with and the favor that I've had and the...
Well, and you're like on the like edge of it. It's not, you're on the edge of that cliff, so to speak.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause I feel, and just in the logical sense of the things that are coming to me that have been presented before me, I feel like Native is going to be nationally known.
Yeah. Cool.
If I'm just going to be really, maybe that's I don't know what that is, but the level of people that I have come in contact with, it feels like it will be nationally known.
Yeah.
And
put a big old stamp on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I just see a lot of really, really, really cool things coming forward.
Yeah.
But it just feels so pure, to be honest. It feels like purely from the Lord. And I have been, and I don't know if anybody else feels like this or wrestles with this, but maybe I'm processing my own life at this moment. But I have I have really been so diligent to hold space.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to just jump on a decision. I'm like, all these things are being presented to me.
You're presented with decisions.
Decisions after decisions after decisions. And it's like, what's the best move here?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I could go one way. Would that cap it? Could I go both ways? Like, it's just like, I've caught myself saying, I don't want to make the wrong call.
Yeah.
I don't want to cap anything.
Yeah.
When you have experienced that in your life, what process do you have?
What, like, a mass of choices and decisions?
Yeah.
I just kind of follow. I just kind of know, I think, most of the time. There's something about being honest. And luckily, fortunately for me, I'm not swayed by money at all. I'm led into freedom, creativity, and joy. Those things are in me, and I follow them. Unless he tells me to take something different.
Yeah.
So I kind of have the built-in compass of like, where's James supposed to go? This is his vein. Or if the Lord makes it clear that I'm not supposed to go that way, then I just take his advice and go this way.
What if you have neither? What does that look like for you?
Oh, well, he'll just honor whatever decision I make. I usually have one or the other. And if I don't, I don't know. It'll work out.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you think it doesn't matter?
I've Jack Sparrowed my life through everything. It doesn't matter if it gets to that point.
That's valid.
But I've never had one like that, I don't think. He's there. He's always here.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I've just found myself in such precarious situations.
Do you ask people, though?
About what?
Do you ever ask people? Have you ever gotten stuck in a situation like that where you don't know, and then you're like, well, let me ask Zach.
Yeah.
Or let me go get some...
Seek counsel? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's a good option, too. I failed to mention that. That's what I would do.
You'd go get counsel?
I would ask people that I trust, yeah.
Yeah, man. There's been this... Okay, about one of these decisions. I'm going to process this now.
Okay.
About one of these decisions, I have had a lot of people come to me and try and give me advice in it. And I always have a hard time when people try to give me advice, especially unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
What feels like judgment.
Oh, yeah.
Or writing people off.
Yeah.
Or,
welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's just
I've had
like
some of that. Yeah.
I'm like, man, that doesn't feel like godly wisdom.
Yeah.
Like that feels like judgment.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like, man, I feel like I don't even want to go and ask people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have an example of that. Well, this lady, it like minimized. I was honest with her and she minimized it. And I'm like, it is what it is. And then I just quit talking about it because it's like, okay, you're just trying to, that's something I've noticed. It was an older lady, but she said something like, yeah, it's always the older ladies that go after James. She has something simple like, why don't you put up Christmas lights at your house or something like that. I'm like, oh, I wish I had time to. I would love to. I'm busy. And I try not to I really am. And she was like, you're not busy. It's like, no, you're not. Quit being so, it was just like, it just minimizes like, and I've got that from multiple people, like almost like, and it's like you open up to people, even if you need something or you're vulnerable, and it's like either minimized or you're being harsh or extreme. And it's not really helpful at all. You know, I'm not trying to get like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get pet or like, I'm sorry you're so busy. I'm sorry you don't have time or whatever. Anyways.
Yeah, I think
the minimization
of
it. But definitely the unsolicited advice when somebody approaches you and is like, if you're in the middle of something and they can get a leg up on you, I've noticed people will do that too. It's like, oh, they're down. Let me go.
It's gross, dude.
I have a word for it. I'm not going to say it on here. But it's what it feels like. Yeah.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's been an interesting... I have caught that so often lately.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at these people or whatever. You just see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. It's kind of disheartening, but then it's like the decision to have is that responsibility, that grace. You know? I don't know. It's a weird one.
It's definitely not holding anything against somebody.
No.
Okay, so are you ready to share what you have for 2024?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what my word for I just said this the other day. I was like, get them in the door for 2024.
Okay, that's a t-shirt.
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that for all the churches and hand them out.
Yeah, that's it. Well, thanks for listening.
Get them in the door for 2024.
Wow. That's it. That's the answer.
Childish is what that is.
It's okay. Childish is good. Well, I feel my season in my life, I feel like somebody done if my life was like a house, or let's say that my life is a computer, I feel like somebody just dismantled it and it just like sprawled it all over the table. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm pulled in all different directions. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm just floating around. I feel like I cut my heart out and put it on a table.
Yeah.
You know, in regards to art and just many different things. Like, hey, there's that. And then people are poking at it, which is fine. So I don't know what's going to happen. But I had this, it was a couple weeks ago. I've been having this picture in my head of Christians, like the church, but it was individuals, it was leaders on white war horses. What is it? Okay. White war horses, but they're dressed in like military uniforms, like high-ranking captains, generals, colonels, that kind of thing. And there's people following them. But these leaders on horseback would go to these capitals. And I'd been seeing that recurring. Well, a couple of days ago, Kyla and she made this big pallet on the floor and we were watching, I think, Mario, the movie, Super Mario Brothers. And then she ended up falling asleep and I caught that vision again and I thought, well, I'm finally quieted down and still. I'm going to watch it and see how this pans out. And I got this like 30-minute just download of everything. And I felt like it was for the next year. And I really don't want to read this. I mean, this whole thing. I wrote all this down
Holy
in
cow,
that
dude.
moment.
You should, though.
I'll try to skim it.
Or we could call it story time with James. And everybody could take a minute.
Yeah.
And listen to you read.
Yeah. Read by the chimney.
Everybody
go
sit by the fire.
Yeah. Just like Christmas. Get
Listen to this. Christmas is Monday. So
it really is. Oh, here it is. I'll read some of it. I'll just do some of it.
Okay.
And I wrote, 2024 will be a year of revolution. The forces of darkness, stagnancy, complacency, systems of man, the world will clash with the sons and daughters of light. It will be, and that will turn into, it will be like the enemy hit a brick wall. The gates of hell shall not withstand. The true church, it'll be love on offense, patience, loyalty, consistency, and abiding will pay off. And it's time to cash in on the promises of God, the things that he's shown us, which I had that word a while back. I put that the stagnancy, the complacency, the greed of men will seep through their fingers and crumble beneath their feet. Loyal hearts to the Lord will be left standing. Truly a Joel 2:25 restoration of what the locusts have stolen, eaten. Redemption of time. The justice of the Lord will be seen and known, and he will showcase his body, his church. And then there's that scripture in Isaiah 61, they shall build up the ancient ruins, they shall raise up the former devastations, they shall repair the ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. And I saw that again of like what the enemy has built, what man has built will be gutted out and we'll take it over. Like we will embody those systems and those structures. It was almost as if it was built for us.
Yep.
But you should be called the priests of the Lord. They shall speak of you as the ministers of our God. You shall eat the wealth of the nations, and in their glory you shall boast. It's Isaiah 61. But I talk like the rain in the dream. It was raining as well in this vision. But it
you
was
gotta
like
share the dream.
Or not the dream, the vision. The one I shared about the horses and stuff when they were going up to the capitals.
Oh,
it was raining in that moment. But it was just like those who like live by the Spirit are like thrive in that rain. Everybody else in this vision was inside because they couldn't be out in the rain. And we the Christians, people, sons and daughters were like storming these capitals, which that made me think of, hey, I'm going to be the leading authority in health. Yep. I'll be the leading authority in art. That's what that felt like.
Yep.
Hold on. This is a long one. I'm going to try to cut this one up. Ooh, yeah. Sorry. The stale incense of old, familiar thought patterns, beliefs, and grids will not amount to anything. It's a revolving door as quicksand. The more you pour your faith into it, the more you will become enveloped in it. That was about beliefs, like political, health patterns, that kind of stuff. But I felt like he's closer than we all think, and he's desiring that we we are free from those things.
Yeah.
And that we walk in freedom. But I felt like it'd be a revelation that people are going to wake up and see, oh my gosh, I've been trapped in this cycle.
Yeah.
Or, oh my gosh, I've been trapped in this belief system. And I felt like people were going to wake up and that there will be an option of either depression, bitterness, and like resent, or repentance and just a change in heart, and resolve. And one of those things where it feels like to the level, like it feels like your person is being torn in half.
Yeah.
But with that coming the option of like, what do you do with that? But it'll be worth it.
It's what I felt in 2023.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a real thing. Christians who lease their authority will be presented with the choice to exit the sidelines and walk in their destiny.
So good.
It will take a higher, lower, in parentheses, degree of humility to see it, a choice to look at it. It will take venturing into a level of discomfort in order for the Lord to provide truth in the matter. These things will be in relation to familial patterns, health, relationships, politics. And that if something feels like it's off limits, like we don't question that, we don't go there, then it probably needs to be yielded in question and submitted to the Lord. And then the last part, we've gone around the same mountains for so long, all of creation still groans, the Lord still waits, is the point that we satiate those who wait, watch, yearn, and cheer for us. Anyways, it says, if the Lord still waits and creation still groans, then we have some revealing to be. What a beautiful honor it is that awaits us. It felt like a showcase, like a stepping into things,
Very much so.
Sorry, that was a whole lot. Bless you.
That was the double anointing.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a whole lot. That was good. I was actually writing some of the things that you said down because it was resonating.
Cool.
Do you know what is crazy?
About the horses?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I had the same vision today.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Except it wasn't white.
Yeah.
It was, for me, in the vision, there was this massive blue.
A blue horse. Oh.
That was glittery. It was like vibrant. Everything about it was blue. And there were other blue beings that had come along with it, but it was the assignment of authority.
Wow.
And telling me to like run.
Yeah. Huh.
And it was, some of it was absolutely wild, but in part of, and I got that prior to this other word that I got, but it's so in alignment.
Yeah.
With what I got today, your word.
Yeah, good.
Which is crazy and cool.
Yeah.
Because it does feel like that. It feels like 2024 is almost going to be like the reaping of what was sown for this year.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with 2023, a lot of us had some wild adventures.
Oh, for sure. But look what we gained in it. And like even what we were even talking about earlier, like we've like held on to peace. And almost like, I don't know.
I think we've all wrestled. I know for you and I anyways, just the wrestle of things.
Yeah.
We chose to wrestle.
Yeah.
Until we had our walk changed.
Fullness of it, yeah.
Till something changed within us.
Right.
And it's like, I think that's the mark, honestly.
Yeah.
One of the markers of people wholehearted is, are you willing to wrestle?
Yeah.
Are you willing to stay in the wrestling?
Through.
Yeah.
See it through, yeah. That applies to more, like I've stepped into that too, in just like day-to-day things as well. Like the movie thing.
Yeah.
Talk
about that, will you?
I finished that. Yeah. Like we finished a project. It was a half-ass project that we weren't even going to do. It was supposed to be 12 minutes long, and we filmed it, the majority of it in a day last year, just for fun, by the way. But we finished it this year and had the little premiere for it.
How long is it now?
It's like 45 minutes. It's an hour total.
Wow.
But the meat of it is about 45 minutes long. There's a storyline and special effects and craziness. And we're having a big public premiere for it in the next month or so.
Hey.
But finishing that felt great, first of all, to finish a project. A big one. Anyways, regardless. But that, and then the 100th episode thing, like all of this completion in a brief period of time. But there's something about sticking to something for a year too, and not letting go of it, not letting it fall off. But it's been a thing that I've been applying to just different little things in work and stuff like that. I had a download for the movie.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday. I've been having downloads. I wrote another script. I had a download of a distribution strategy for this movie.
I need to talk to you about
online, physical, everything. And I just jotted it down in like 10 minutes. Like an entire strategy. I'm not a strategic person. Right? But this happened. And so I've just been following these things. It's almost like I'm surfing and there's just big waves right now. That's what it feels like. And I'm just going to stay on my surf. I'm going to stay on the surfboard. You know, I'm not going to go. Anyways, in the process of it's been great. Finish something, everybody gets to appreciate it. When you put a movie out there or a piece of work or even the podcast, we've been called names before.
Oh, yeah.
When you put your stuff out there, people get to poke at it and stuff like that. So the movie, we had some beautiful reviews, and then we had a couple of awful, like, this is stupid and nothing in it's worth a damn.
Wow.
Was one of the reviews, which is beautiful. I asked for honest reviews. But it shows you what people, I was like, oh my gosh. It was sad because I'm like, what about the camera work and like the lights? There's some really cool stuff in there. Kyla did the angel voice in it. Was that not worth it? Was that not worth a damn? There's just no appreciation for it, which is their loss.
There was no understanding.
No understanding, yeah.
I think about it.
Sure.
If you're critical about something, I guarantee you it's because you don't understand it.
Yeah.
There's no understanding. If you had understanding, you wouldn't criticize.
Right. Well, it's just a whole different perception because in my mind, I can go watch anything and I can appreciate the frame of it. I can appreciate the background, you know, like, oh, the trees look pretty in that.
Yeah.
And like value that. But some people don't have that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Listen.
The artistic appreciation.
I just found out that people are emotional in movies.
Yeah. Wow.
Because they connect to the character.
That's right. You said that you're not emotional in movies before.
No.
That blows my mind.
I'm just watching, like, we just here. I'm here for a good time.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, if it, I think I've cried in maybe 3 movies.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody, but 2 of them was The Chosen.
Okay.
And that was because those felt like direct words from the Lord.
Okay. Yeah.
But any just like, man. So I can appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
I have no idea about the film work.
Okay.
I have no idea about the lighting.
Yeah.
I just know that lights turn on.
Right.
And how they work on your cells.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's right. You know that aspect of it.
I can tell you the cellular work that happens.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Combine it.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some cellular healing properties to be had in movies.
Gotta be.
It needs to be shot with red light.
That's what it...
Onto something.
Yeah. Don't tell my grandparents. They'll just call it the red light district.
Oh my gosh.
I told you about that, didn't I?
No.
When I told them that, because they didn't understand what I was opening or what we were doing or whatever. And I was telling them that we had red light therapy. They were like, you need to change the name of that. And I was like, well, I can't really change it.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a
therapy.
Color and it's a thing. Yeah.
And they were like, well, it sounds like the red light district. I was like.
Sounds like people come there to recover from the red light district to get red light therapy.
I was just like, oh my gosh. Anyways, we digressed really fast. But
lighting. The movie thing. And the thing is, whenever they told me about it, whenever I got that review, I thought it was hilarious because it is stupid. But I just thought it was hilarious. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like wearing that. Even being called a heretic. Like, that's a patch that's going to go on the shirt. Or, you know, it just feels like an honor to me to be called different things for some reason.
Speaking of, that reminds me of, this will probably drop before Mike Parsons episode drops, but his whole thing about the restoration of all things.
Yeah.
It's like we can wear the patch of those things because we're going to restore even that word.
Yeah, I know it.
Because we're the restorers of everything.
Yeah.
And I said in this the other day, all of creation is groaning for the sons of God to be revealed.
Yeah.
Creation was not just referring to the trees.
Yeah. I know.
The angels.
Anything created
is groaning for the sons of God to be revealed.
Yeah. And yeah.
I was just like,
all of it.
Bro, that's a hitter.
It is. That episode's a hitter. That one's going to get us heretic status, but it's beautiful.
Doubt. But
that
it's going to
dismantle.
It's going to dismantle so many thoughts that people have.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to make a decision whether you want to listen to it or not.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to have to decide, like, yeah.
I'm going to hype that one up for a long time.
Yeah. But the cool thing about that stuff, the names and the reviews and all that stuff is like, if you are being honest and you are very true, you don't have to do anything else. And that's what makes those things wearable.
Totally.
It's like, I'm a bullet and you can throw stuff on me. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Because I'm also not defined by what you say.
Absolutely.
Good or bad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Either one.
Yeah. Which is great. It's freedom. That's true freedom.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a dream about that last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about linking up with freedom. It was a whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a dream 2 nights ago. Simple one, but do you want to share it?
No.
Okay. I had one very simple one 2 nights ago. There's snakes everywhere. Couldn't walk anywhere without stepping on a snake.
Smart.
And I said something in the dream like, why did you put me in the middle of all these snakes? And then they were gone immediately. And he basically said, I'm a good father. I didn't give you these snakes. And there are no snakes. Basically like, I'm good. That,
It's not what you think it is.
It's not what you think it is. I'm not like that. And I was like, oh, okay. Felt great afterwards. Simple.
That's so brilliant. I had a dream where a bunch of people were trying to be quarterbacks and all of them kept getting hurt. And then they finally asked me to come in and step in.
Quarterbacks? It's 25. Get 2 quarterbacks. 225. I don't know.
Holy crap.
I don't know. Those quarters have been a thing.
Oh, I know.
The 225. I
Those
almost took a
quarters
picture of that. Sorry.
I told you that on the back of my debit card. My business debit card was $225.
Oh, really?
My CVV is $225.
Oh, wow.
I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but whatever.
Well, you want me to bleep that out? As long as they don't get your...
I guess you shouldn't get the whole number.
Expiration date and the number.
Isn't that crazy, though?
Yeah,
I found it after that day. I realized it like the day or two after you told me that.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. I retract that.
Okay.
It was after I had that dream about the credit card that I was given.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yes. But your actual... Okay.
Yeah, well, in the dream, I had a credit card number that was really, really, really long, and it was $225, and then it switched out, and it was $227, and then $228. And those numbers kept phasing in and out, $227, $228.
Yeah.
And that was the CVV. Then the next day, I found my actual credit card.
Yeah.
My business credit card. The CVV is $225.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I was like...
As in heaven, so on earth.
Bro, to me, there's something about $225 through $228. Like, I'm just sitting in that pocket.
Yeah.
Because
go read
crazy.
That Joel 225 through 228.
There's something.
Yeah, that's a good one. Been back in Isaiah too. That one's one of my favorites. It's beautiful. Go read Isaiah.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
I have no idea.
Okay, you want to?
Yep. Go read your Bible.
Go read your Bible. Read Isaiah and read Joel 225. If you enjoyed this episode of the Ancient Way podcast, drop us a like, share with your friends, share with your family. And if you would like to support us and what we are doing, and you would like to play a direct role in our growth and things that we do in the future.
We have a donation spot at the bottom of our show notes, so you can click on that, give however much you want. We appreciate absolutely everything. We appreciate our listeners, and everybody that's already come alongside and encouraged us, and even everybody that's been on our show. So thanks, guys.